All right, everybody, welcome to.
Oh, you're saying welcome to What's the Miles? First podcast here. Don't know what we're doing. We've spent the last hour and 20 minutes figuring out this GoPro.
And this is as far as we've got. For those listening at home, we have a 3/8 ratchet extension with a microphone that somehow is paired to the GoPro. We've got some work to do.
Yeah, quick story time. Going to Best Buy. We know what we're going to buy. Didn't buy any of the stuff we were set out to buy. So here we are.
Yeah, it was great.
Introduction here. What is the miles? What are miles? Whether it's low mileage, high mileage, all of it is super cool. And also some banter along the way. Nothing serious. It's a loose program sitting over here.
What else do we want to talk about for intro?
See, that's what we got to figure out is how do we get the entertaining.
Let's talk about the reasoning of why we picked that name. What are the miles?
Yeah, it's the first question that gets asked to anybody that has a car for sale or has a cool car, whether it's clean or
You're
totally
pulling into the gas station,
yeah.
and you see a really nice OBS 7.3.
Oh, yeah.
The first question is going to be,
what are the miles on
exactly.
this unit?
So that's just kind of our go-to in when we see things, when we find things, or when we see something really unique at Cars and Coffee. We're thinking, okay, is that car going to be super mint, or is it going to be run down, or there's a third option, which I think is gaining some popularity recently.
What's that?
High miles.
Ooh.
Dumb high miles.
Ooh.
And so the perfect example is that 996 Turbo the guy bought new.
God.
And it has like 800 or 900,000 miles.
Yeah, it almost makes it be like, I need that car.
It's kind of cooler in a lot of ways because you can find a 996 Turbo with 10,000, 5,000, 2,000 miles all day long on Bring a Trailer.
Find one with 700K. Ain't gonna
But you're not going to find one with 700,000, especially a one owner, and it's in good shape. So it's almost kind of more of a flex to us, at least, that you do have 4, 5, 6, 700. So that's why we went with What Are the Miles, because you can make fun of both sides. Oh, that's high miles. That thing's run down. On the other side is you got 10 miles on your C6 ZR1. Like,
sick.
Whoa, that's kind of crazy.
Prime example. We almost bought that Audi S4 because it had like 380,000 miles.
It was a B. Was it a B5?
Yeah,
that's a twin turbo.
Who even wants that car?
Well, we were gonna pay like $800 for it.
But it was sick. The miles. What are the miles on that thing?
So let's talk about some vehicles that we've owned that are super low and super high miles.
All right, super low. I'm going to go with one of my first cars was that 2002 convertible. I believe we bought it with 26,000 miles.
Yeah, that checks
Absolutely
out.
mint. Decided to rip the interior out, do cams, blah, blah, blah. But
and a metal seat.
At one point.
And it was a vert.
Super low miles, super clean. Highest mileage was probably extended cab, two-wheel drive, dually, 24-valve Cummins. With 343, I think I bought it.
Was that the white one?
No, red.
The red one, yeah.
Yeah,
that's the one that you blew a tire out on. 95.
Front left. It'll pull to the left.
Did you end up in the median?
No. But I'm telling you, I saw tire smoke and shards coming in the.
Yeah, people
in the
behind
cab.
You were fired up.
Yeah. We got it changed out though. We're all good. What about you? Lowest and highest mileage.
Lowest I bought a 2003 Mach 1 with like 9,600 miles. That was from his dad. Yeah, bought that from his dad. The Vet sitting behind me we bought with 24 or 25,000 miles. And then right now I also own I own a 305,000 mile Suburban that I paid this guy $1,000 for, and it has a motor knock. It has every light on the dashboard. It was sold in Canada, so the speedometer is in kilometers and the pressures are in kilopascals.
What's the miles on it again?
305.
305.
And then my daily driver is at 188. Your daily's at
220 now.
He's getting up there.
Yeah. 04 Land Cruiser, great vehicle. Okay, this is what gets me going. 305,000 miles on this Suburban. We're talking 490,000 kilometers on this unit.
Yeah, 500,000 kilometers.
Still $500,000. Cool. Yeah.
It's not going to make it much longer, but we're going to limp it through to the best of our ability.
Yeah, great automobile. Can't buy a four-wheeler for less than $1,000. So.
And it's four-wheel drive.
I think it's an LTZ too.
Z71.
Z71.
Z71. Four-wheel drive. Heated seats work. 305,000 miles, knocks like a son of a bitch. The shop I brought it to, I was like, hey, can you just take a look? Tell me what you think. They were like, it's got a clattering noise. And I said, well, is it coming from the motor? And the guy looked me dead in the eye and said, what do you think? And I said, yeah, it's probably coming from the motor.
Here we are talking about this high mileage Suburban. We got C6Z06 and a Mustang behind us. But hey, it's the fun stuff for sure.
Yeah, where are we filming?
We are currently.
Do we own this metal building?
No.
Is this collection ours?
No. We just are people that don't have garages.
Yes.
So you got to do one thing. Virginia is very much. We don't have harsh winter, but you don't want to leave your car outside.
No.
And flex a little bit. Put the car in storage.
Yeah. Film a podcast.
Film a podcast with a ladder and a GoPro.
Which the people can't see the ladder, but instead of a tripod, we've got a ladder. And we've got the microphone situation.
30-foot extension cord. Don't forget about that.
Don't say that we're not trying our best.
No, the trying our best is taking action. Yeah. Next topic. Now that you kind of get a glimpse of who we are, automotive news and social media.
Yeah. No, I'm taking this.
Oh, hey,
the fucking wingback. That G whatever Genesis. I don't like Genesis cars.
No.
I've never been interested in a Genesis in my life. Then I saw that green wagon, and I thought that might be.
We're still talking Genesis here.
This is the change that America needed. That thing is so fucking cool.
Here's the problem is that at the end of the day, it's still a Genesis.
I think that in two...
And what even is a Genesis? I don't understand because I thought it was Hyundai Genesis.
They're different brands now. They're not the same like Ram and Dodge.
Yeah,
okay,
I know
so. That's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
They're the same still. But
I don't know.
I think it's a biblical reference, first off. Genesis.
Okay, I thought you were meaning biblical in that way, and we did go there.
Yeah. Look, it's super cool, and if they manage to put out a couple variants of like 450, 550, and 650 horsepower, I think it's going to be cool, and I think it's going to be a better buy than a new M5 or an RS6 wagon because I think it's going to come in less money.
Yeah.
I think it looks better.
Okay.
And I think it'll be similarly oriented performance-wise. And I think it's going to be a hit if they do it.
I'll tell you what's going to be a hit, the depreciation on that unit.
Oh, it's going to be bad. You think your Aston Martin V12 Vantage was bad.
Oh, yeah.
Or your Vanquish.
She's going downhill for sure. But here's the guess. Do you go brand new Genesis if it's a wagon, 600 horsepower, or do you buy 8-year-old Panamera that's taking
Panamera.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're going to buy the Panamera, but I'm still fired up to see one at Cars and Coffee outside of D.C.
I can tell you.
Because you will see them.
Walking past a Genesis is not going to fire me up at a Cars and Coffee. But
they also came out with that like supercar looking thing.
I haven't seen it.
It's orange. It looks fucking sick. Okay, it looks like
wagon.
No, it looks like an R8 had sex with a Model S, the Tesla Roadster that Elon never came out with.
Yeah, the moon car.
It looks like the two of them had a baby. It's tight. Okay, it's tight. Now. Here's the thing, and you can let other podcasts. I'm stealing this from my dear friend Doug, who messages me all the time.
Yeah, our dear friend.
Yes. So he talks about how the R8, when Audi came out with the R8, it changed Audi forever. Okay. Before that, Audi was they're trying to get there to compete with BMW and Mercedes.
Bunch of 5-cylinders.
They came out with the R8, put them on the map. It became their attainable, quote unquote, halo car.
Yeah.
And then since then has, erupted into this fucking amazing car that everyone wants. It's a Huracan, but it's better because it's an Audi.
And the front end looks tough, too.
They're good-looking cars.
Yeah.
This is Genesis' attempt to recreate that, and other brands have tried, like Lexus with the LFA, but it's too much money. I'm convinced that this is going to make Genesis cool. And I think the amount of social media coverage, people would agree, Genesis became cool in a matter of 12 hours on Instagram.
Okay, so just to get this clear, we are now comparing Genesis to Audi and their R8.
They both make cars.
That's what they do. Yeah, for sure.
So it's not that crazy of a comparison.
Yeah.
I think.
I guess I haven't been watching too much of new car stuff, which I probably should considering I'm in the business. However, I would say social media stuff going around, I guess we just got to throw it out. Montana people?
Oh.
Or should I say...
Cody.
Well, or
another
just,
dear friend of the podcast.
another dear friend, or people just in general that are titling cars out there. At first, I was like, yeah, this is bogus, but now I'm like, they might do something about this.
They're going to.
Yeah. So that is interesting to me in the fact of, are people going to move?
Well, they're going to try to.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that they're going to run into. Okay, so Tennessee is going to win. This was also on Doug's podcast.
Yeah.
Again, a dear friend.
Yeah. Dear
He mentions that it is state code, state law in Tennessee that he has violated. Like, it's clear as day. He's going to lose in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay. But then, assuming his attorneys would then, and I'm not an attorney, but assuming his attorneys would then appeal, it would go to appeals court, and they would say, hey, look, we're following federal law because, this is 2 different states. This would have to go to federal court because it involves different states. And the federal law, to me, sounds like, hey, you have an LLC. You're registered through your LLC. It makes you money through your LLC. That LLC happens to be in Montana. Sounds like a law problem that Congress needs to sort.
Yeah.
Not Cody, and it sucks that this guy who makes incredible content and does some really cool things for people is getting the shit into the stick. But at the same time, he's got like 10, 15 million subscribers, and he's clearly not afraid to put himself in that situation.
And it makes him money. This is only making more money in the long run anyways.
Yeah. Also, if they had given him a notice that they were going to arrest him, he probably just would have paid the sales tax.
Probably.
It wasn't that much money for someone like him.
Yeah, I don't know, 20, 30 grand, whatever. I'm just curious of what all the regular people, people that do have their cars titled in Montana that are just successful people in Virginia or South Carolina or Texas.
Well,
or
what
whatever.
happens if you actually own a house in Montana and LLC your car there, but bring it here for 6 months out of the year?
Yeah,
Are you still like what? Like, I think it's in 30 days. Once your car's been in the state for 30 days, you have to register it in Virginia.
Interesting. Yeah, I think in Virginia. Yeah.
But they give a huge lapse for people in the military down in Virginia Beach. Because there's Hawaii
all these
cars.
Rich people just start joining the military. They're just like, wow,
Yeah, that's essentially.
I just really wanted that break on the sales tax on my car.
Yeah, I don't ever see, or I haven't heard too much of military guys and girls and women and men getting in trouble for that. But there's Hawaii tags all over Virginia Beach. They didn't just move here,
I also see, and granted, we're not super close to Maryland, but we're also not super far away. Tons of Maryland tags here in Virginia, which I don't understand. Even in Southern Virginia, Charlottesville, and further.
To be fair, like, if you lived in Maryland, like, you'd want to be here too.
Yeah, fair enough.
The place is kind of a shithole.
Yeah, sorry, Maryland people, but
I'm not. They can't fucking drive, and that's a fact. They have the worst highways ever. Like, if you want to blow out a front strut in 30 minutes, go to Maryland.
Yeah, take her across 495.
Yeah, violent crimes. I mean, what's the rapper Logic? He's from there? He's from Maryland.
Wow. There is some cool parts of Maryland.
Yeah, like eastern.
Yeah.
Really far east.
Yeah.
Where there aren't people living.
Hey,
in the Eastern Shore.
Budds Creek, Maryland.
Yeah. We should probably at least mention, like, hey, because you brought it up, what do you do for a living? How do you afford such an expensive, wonderful car?
Such an expensive 30-year-old Mustang and that nobody appreciates the body style yet.
It could be a while.
Yeah.
And what makes you uniquely qualified to educate people on this podcast?
Let's see here. So, grew up in the car business. Grandfather owned a dealership. Dad owned a dealership. I had my own dealership the last 4 years, and now do the inventory purchasing for a large automotive group that has 26 stores. So I do all the used cars, and the everyday stuff is boring to me, but I do the fun stuff is what, I don't know, gets me fired up.
I'm going to have to sneeze.
Yeah, well,
we're going to have to edit that out.
No, we got to leave the sneeze in. People like that. They're going down the road, they're driving, they're listening, and then, ugh!
Okay. For me, I have what you call a driver mod, and people just, they can't get me out of fast shit. When I go to the track, they're like, oh, shit, is that Joe Brown? They hand me the keys. I put in a couple 8-9 second passes. I honestly I don't know. I just like cars, and I like buying cool shit. And I'm really, really good at buying cool shit.
Very good at it, I will say. Like,
you want to get me on an idea, I will have it in my driveway within 2 weeks.
For sure. Which is ironic because
very impulsive.
I guess background on us, we met in 8th grade, somehow been inseparable ever since. But I wouldn't say Joey wasn't in cars yet. You were going and checking out like DC auto shows, and you always liked them.
Yeah.
But then I don't know if he leached onto me or like what the deal was, but I
found the autistic kid in class, and I tried to befriend him.
Oh, God.
You were drooling in math class, and I was like, shit, man, they're going to keep making fun of him. I got to help him out.
They're like, is that the local kid with the dealership? And then he latched on, and then all of a sudden now he's on a dealer tag helping me move cars around, going to drop off cars at an auction, picking up Jeeps, all this stuff. So kind of went from there. But then he got way better at spending money.
Yep.
And then had way cooler stuff.
I really enjoy just bouncing the rev limiter. I mean, bouncing my bank account off zero.
Yeah.
I like those two activities quite a lot.
Yeah.
So I was going to bring up some cool shit that we've owned that we would likely talk about on future podcasts. Ooh. So obviously I had a 03 Mach 1 super low miles, and I was like the second person in the United States to put a Mach 1 on air.
For sure. One of the first.
There was like three Cobras at the time that were on air.
Definitely.
It was fun.
One of the first new edges because people were doing the 5 liters.
People were starting to do the 5 liters with the airlift stuff. It was still very new, and by putting a new edge on air, going to Mustang Week and stuff, people were pretty interested, and they had to, wanted to see it, ask questions. That was cool. Then I've had a bunch of diesel trucks and turbo Cobalts. And I won't, this could be a rant for another day. Anyone who wants to say that turbo Cobalts aren't the best bang for your buck.
Great car.
I had a black one, made like 330 wheel, super fun. It was a 10 with the screen. And then recently, another impulsive purchase, I found an 09 with like 16,000 miles that sold on Bring a Trailer. And I tracked the guy down on Facebook, and I bought it, and I shipped it sight unseen from Arizona. And so then we received that, and I got rid of that when I bought the Vet. Couple trucks. I've had an OBS 7.3 that we made like a nice OEM special.
Yeah, great.
Kept it for 3 months. It was a 5-speed. Absolutely dog shit to
Told
drive.
him he wouldn't like it.
He did. I had a black 7.3, a new body style. It was a 99.5 with the forged rods. Coupe. It was a single cab, long bed, 2-wheel drive, ZF6.
Yeah.
That truck was rough as well, but it was fun, and it would do a burnout.
Horse and buggy material.
That thing would just spin constantly.
Oh, yeah.
I had a 6-liter, and I spent all my money on it, and it made me broke.
We almost were trying to justify to people why put $40,000 into an $18,000 truck, but it
I think that you're almost there on 6 liters. I think that for eternity, the market will dictate that you're almost there for buying a 6-liter and making it really nice. Unfortunately, if you want to buy a nice King Ranch crew cab dually, $35,000 on Bring a Trailer, and that's the one that you want. And for $35,000 plus the 10 to make it right, you could have just bought a Duramax, which is what I drive now. I got a new L5P Duramax. It's an 18. It is fun and nice. It's got heated seats and steering wheel.
Brand new steering wheel.
Yeah, I actually bought one of the, according to General Motors, I bought one of the last new wheels in stock in the United States because the leather wore off.
Sometimes you go in for an oil change and you walk out with an $800 steering wheel.
That is exactly what happened, and I rubbed that thing good.
Oh,
I just drive down the road and just massage it.
Yeah. Okay,
on to you.
I don't know. I'll try to keep it short here. First truck, I guess, was what started it, 96 7.3, absolutely immaculate.
It was actually immaculate, and it was like $8,000 at the time.
Yeah.
Had $150K on it.
Oh, yeah, super clean.
And it was perfect. It's a $25,000 to $30,000 truck today.
Now. I cut a hole in the bed and made a stack out of stovepipe from Home Depot, but that thing was sick! And then it kind of bounced around from there and went through Mustangs. At one point, I traded a lowered Ranger for a 240 SX with an SR20 in it.
Yeah, you've had like 4 or 5 Mustangs.
Yeah.
240.
240.
A lot of Dodge Cummins.
Did have a Cobalt as well. Great cars.
Supercharged.
Mine was supercharged. Not as cool.
Not really.
But tried to justify that it was cool with all the other Bolt brothers.
Yep. They didn't really think that it was cool.
And then now, to be honest, the 2 vehicles I have, the 96 Pro Charge Mustang and the 04 Land Cruiser, have probably been my favorites right now. And but there's a lot in between. We'll get into it later.
Yeah, it's a good combo.
There's been some crazy stuff.
It's a good combo.
Yeah.
Oh, there's definitely been some junkers. Now there are some cool stuff that you did buy and sell at your dealership.
Oh yeah.
Specifically, one of my personal favorites was the first one, the gas
yeah.
OBS truck with like 50 or 60,000 miles.
I forget exactly what it
low.
had on it. Low miles, big block, 5-speed, super cool truck.
But the interior, it had the factory
half door panels, metal down, no headliner.
No, all factory too.
And that was during the.
Didn't have a radio, did it?
No, it had radio, but I don't know
Air
if it had AC.
I don't think it did. It didn't have something like that.
I don't know, but that's what started my dealership, and then rolled on from there. Had some cool stuff. 02 Silverado with 35K.
240. You bought a 240.
Yeah, one owner, 240 since new. That still had the tags on the floor mats.
That's insane. I never saw that, by the way.
Oh, we almost forgot. All you second-gen Dodge owners, you can have your clean this, clean that.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me when you find an extended cab rollback 5-speed with 80K.
Yep.
That was my unit. Subway, take the rollback. Pick up a car, take the rollback.
And who'd you buy? Well, you bought it indirectly from.
Oh, Hoosier Tire in Connecticut used to own the truck when it was just a dually to haul around tires to events and stuff.
They sold it, and somebody put a Jordan.
No, it was the other brand, like Danco bed on it, which used to be the Dan from the Jur.
Oh, they did have a separation?
I guess they had a separation. They had a little bit of a divorce. I don't know the story.
That was a nice truck.
Yeah, nice truck.
It looked a little funny with the F-150 on the back.
It did look like it was going to do a wheelie, and sometimes it even felt like it was going to do a wheelie, to be transparent.
Yeah, that was a good one. We actually bought a low mileage one owner Dodge once. Remember that extended cab short bed with the fuel cell?
Yeah. What did that truck have on it?
I don't know, but I remember we made like $4,000 to $5,000 in like 3 days.
Yeah. It was extended cab short bed, 2-wheel drive.
One owner, guy died, gave it to his kid.
Yeah,
kid
and he would drive. The owner used to use it to haul a camper to like Nova Scotia.
Yeah, he would take it to Canada, and that's why he had a fuel cell in it.
Yeah, huge fuel cell.
I think they said it was like it could do 800 or 900 miles.
Insane.
On with the camper.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah,
super cool.
The guy was a baller.
Yeah,
to say the least.
We'll have to write some stuff down, and then that way, in the future, or if there's something that stood out in the midst of that conversation, we can always elaborate. There's so much. There really is.
Yeah, you're on probably like 150 cars at this point.
Oh, well.
Between the dealership and
at least somewhere between
collection.
150 and 200, I would say, for sure.
Yeah, a lot.
Now it's just turned into a pain to buy and sell stuff like it. I'm just like, so annoying to try to do it.
God forbid you have a job. You can feed yourself.
No, I mean like nowadays with Facebook Marketplace and all that, like there's just so many people flipping cars out of their house, or people just band-aiding stuff because you have Facebook Marketplace and just sending it through. So it's hard to find a good car you can trust now.
Yeah.
And I think we got lucky with both of these cars behind us.
Yeah. How many? What's the story on yours? What's done to it?
Story on this car, 96 GT. The guy I bought it from, I've known since I was probably 16-ish, and I had a red SN95 and would always be like, that car is so sick. And he owned it since 08 or 09. I guess the motor let go in it. It's got an 04 motor with PI head, and then just a small P1 SE Pro Charger, tuned on 10 pounds.
Nice blow-off valve noise.
No, I had to add the blow-off.
And a mint interior.
Oh, yeah, mint interior. It's like the GT Premium package, so it's two-tone. More bolstered seats.
Yeah,
stereo.
And it looks like it's like a carpet shampoo away from looking like the day it was sold.
Yeah, I've been saying we're gonna shampoo
really
that thing
nice.
for probably about 6 months now.
Yeah, we'll wait another 6.
Yeah, maybe when it warms up. But yeah, no, that's kind of the story on that car. Oh, and it's funny when we went to go look at it. Joe went with me, and I've already looked at it, and then it's already got a K member on it, obviously full exhaust. Wheels, tires, blah blah blah, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's got Mach 1 brakes." And Joey goes, "Buy it." I'm like, "Bro."
Yeah.
I had to do it after that.
It
just added that cherry on top.
Well, what'd you pay for it too? Because I think that's important too. I think it had
96,000 miles on the.
Have you broke 100?
No. 96,000 miles on the chassis.
Look at us. We're making an automotive podcast, and we don't even drive our cars.
Yeah, it's true.
It's ridiculous.
And I think it's got, I don't know, maybe sub 10,000 miles on the motor or whatever. Paid $13 for that car, and I figured you cannot go out, buy a car, build it. Not that it's built. Easy now. It's not a race car. But I'm saying just make it clean, add the stuff you want. You couldn't do it for $13.
Yeah, I bet you could tally it up right. Well, it's also been painted, but we'll ignore that. Let's just pretend it was nice. bumper and wing,
Yeah.
there's $1,000 with paint.
Yep.
K member, there's $1,000. Full exhaust, there's $1,000. So
hood on it.
I'm at 3 or 4. Let's just call it 3.
Yep.
So let's call it 4 with the hood because that needed to be painted.
Yep.
4 blower and all that shit.
There's an intercooled kit, so it is the good kit.
There's 6,000 right there. Brakes,
side skirts,
1,000.
Brakes,
yeah,
springs, shocks,
you're
wheels.
At 10 pretty quickly.
Yep.
Without getting into clutch, fuel, all that stuff.
Yeah. So it's already done. So it just made sense for me. The car was local, knew the guy, and I wanted to buy a car for the first time where I didn't have to do all that. Just get it done.
Yeah, because otherwise it wouldn't be done.
Yeah. Bought not built,
You did do
right?
a paint correction.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, did we do
and
a paint correction?
we had a meltdown. If you want to,
we
I
did.
don't know if anyone is big into DIY and who's going to listen to this, but when Gannon does a DIY project and it isn't going to plan, it's like a 5-year-old who didn't get his ice cream. It's bad. I mean, like phone calls, this ain't working. His girlfriend called me and said, "You need to get over here. He's having a meltdown and needs some help on how to do this." So,
the wax stuff was like spreading concrete on this thing. It wouldn't go away. It's too tough. But we got it done, and now I just say I clay barred it. That's all we did. Just a quick clay.
Because people come up to Cars and Coffee all the time and they say, "Wow, that is such incredible paint," don't they?
Yeah. Just a little clay bar. That's all you need in your garage. Has one person ever said that
besides me?
No, but I thought we were going with it, so I felt good. Honestly, it gave me butterflies a little bit.
Yeah.
But enough about,
Yeah, the race car.
Because that actually does make sense when I say enough about that car. Because anywhere I go with this car,
it's a problem.
Nobody even pays attention to me.
Yeah. Backstory: we bought a truck from a dear friend who actually is kind of a friend. I mean, we actually know him, unlike Doug and Cody, okay? I could call him, and he might answer. So,
might answer,
At least he would acknowledge that he does know who we are.
Yeah.
So we bought a truck
from this guy. We know his address.
Bought a truck from this guy, Chris, up in New Hampshire. Almost Portland, New Hampshire. And we had known him for a long time. He had a C6Z, big cam car. And I heard it start, and I was like, I have to.
Wait, backstory of why that start sounded so good.
Why? Oh, it was like 20, if not lower, degrees outside.
And
2 feet of snow probably on the ground.
And we learned that people in New Hampshire indulge in some drinks in the morning. So, of course, we had to get down with the culture.
Yeah, we had to go to brunch. It wasn't even brunch.
No, it was before brunch. It was breakfast.
It was breakfast. And there is a bar full of people getting drunk.
Yeah. Oh, it was a vibe.
Yeah, then we get back. We start the car, a little intoxicated. And it was just the craziest thing ever. Essentially, it's a very similar build to this car. I have a 12, and that's the reason I really fell in love with the C6Z. And then later on, I went back up there and rode in it, and I was like, I gotta have one. So eventually, I did buy this car. It's a 12, 25,000 miles when I bought it. It has Frankenstein heads, BTR stage 4 cam, fast intake, 2-inch ARH exhaust, and Mantic clutch.
Yeah.
Lowered on bolts, wheels and tires.
When you break it down like that, it's actually
and you
pretty
drive
simple.
it. Yeah, except for the fact that like the heads and the exhaust are like $10,000. The head. I mean, I think I searched it. The exhaust parts alone is like $4,500 for this car.
Plus, we had some heat issues, so we got another couple.
Yeah, we've run into some problems because we bought a vehicle from someone else who bought it from someone else who built it, and mechanically it's sound, but the tune was junk. And there was a wiring disaster underneath the dash, which I fixed recently. It was also blowing through plug wires at the track.
And at Cars and Coffee.
And at Cars and Coffee, we blew through a couple. Turns out that the guy who had tuned the car, he essentially used the downstream O2 sensors, which you don't do when you don't have catalytic converters
I didn't know
anymore.
You figured that out.
I figured it out this past week with Tyler and the tuning guy, Tony.
Okay.
When you're tuning a car and it doesn't have cats, your downstream O2s are useless. And so I think, 1, he was using downstream O2s on accident. 2, he turned off all of the check engine lights having to do with fuel trims.
Okay.
So essentially the fuel trims were all sorts of whacked out.
Yep.
Because I think he was using the wrong O2 sensors. And that was causing it to run really, really lean, causing the cylinder heads to get really, really hot.
Lean is mean, brother.
Not that lean. That was too lean. So the short story is we're in the process of fixing that. I've been through $500 of plug wires. I probably have my fifth set. This is the first set though that's lasted for more than a month.
Yeah.
They are ceramic, which is the first time I've used ceramic. But when we came back from Best Buy when we bought our podcasting gear, I put my hand in the center console. It was the first really long drive on the new tune. Center console's not hot at all. And I also know it was hot because when I pulled all that stuff out, I peeled the carpet back. All the carpet glue that holds the carpet to the melted. So something was hot. Something was real hot. So now I'm gonna have to go in there and scrape the old glue off and like re-glue the carpet.
I have this stuff, this like upholstery glue.
No, this is like a bead, like out of a caulk gun.
Oh wow. Yeah. Can you say that once more?
No.
Okay.
No,
got it.
I don't want to get you edged up during this podcast.
Oh.
Jeez.
But back to this car, I still say he's a little nervous of it. This is one of the best bang for the buck Z06s I've seen sell since he started looking to purchase one.
I paid $45. Done. Car as is. I probably spent another 6 or 7 fixing. But if I had bought the car, which it was worth $45 factory as is, because the 12s have a bunch of stuff. Not
good
specifically
seats.
The 12. The 12s and the 13s have the better seats.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Superb.
And then like 9 and up, you get the TR6060, which is a little better than the T56. 08 and up, I think, which maybe one day when there's people who actually listen to this, somebody will comment, "You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about." I don't really care. If you want to do a second gear burnout like I can in this car, you can have a conversation with me. You don't need to know when they added the dry sump, which I think was 08. And then I think they did some other stuff. They say that they fixed the cylinder heads after the first 2 years.
Done now.
Doesn't matter. But to do a head cam package by a reputable shop is probably an easy 12 to 15 grand.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to do that.
And the noise.
And I got a nicer car.
If you haven't heard a rowdy C6 Z06 heads cam, literally
4,
people are running. I mean, we don't even have that crazy of cars, but people are running.
Well, we go to some cars and coffees that have some nice cars.
Oh,
Twin turbo Lamborghini.
Yep.
That was whistling diesel. Again, Cody.
Dear friend.
We'll talk to you soon.
Oh yeah, his car is owned by somebody local.
Yeah, so that is owned locally. That car's been there. Lots of Huracans and R8s show up.
Well, and there's not even that level. I think the last one we went to, that red car was a 964 RS.
Yeah, there's a slant nose too.
Slant nose down there.
I've seen an LFA and an F40 at that Cars and Coffee.
Yeah. Very wealthy.
So there's a lot of really nice stuff. I mean, you'll see probably 10 Turbo S Porsches when we go up there.
For sure.
But
there's a redneck in a Z06.
Yeah, there's a fucking retard with a race car. And we cruise through there, and it chops, and people stare, and people we have actually seen kids run when we're leaving to come and film the car because they think I'm going to go do some crazy, and I'm not. I'm not that guy at a Cars and Coffee.
Quick rev, all good.
I might give it a little something just for some action, but I am not that guy in front of a bunch of people. I don't like the attention really. I like people who like the car, but I don't. 5% tint, roll the windows up. I don't want people looking at me. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I like that people are enthusiastic about the car and want to talk to me about it, but I don't like all the cameras and stuff.
What I love about the attention the car gets, or if another CO6 pulls up, or a ZR1, don't even get him started on ZR1. Mm-hmm. But I always like, if I see somebody else roll up in a Z06, I might throw out a little, "Hey, my boyfriend loves your car." I like doing that one. Yeah, I like pulling that move.
Well, when we bought our stuff today for the podcast, the gentleman at Best Buy, he couldn't have been 22, 21.
Yeah, young guy.
He's like, "So what are you guys working on?" And I was like, "We're starting an OnlyFans." And you could tell he thought we might be
Got serious. A little quieter convo. And, then the products we needed weren't theirs. I'm sure he was getting nervous.
Yeah.
But, hey.
We did not ask for a guest appearance.
No.
I don't think that he was down.
We don't have enough mics.
Yeah, apparently we have one.
We have one. We're still learning.
I'm pretty sure you only would need one microphone for.
All right,
I'm not an expert.
We got to move on here.
No. Do we have anything else on our list?
The next thing on our list is.
How long have we been going? Are we doing good?
Yeah, I feel like we're doing pretty good. Let's see. We started about.
We're
about 35 minutes in.
Okay.
Yeah, not hateful. I think for the people, they probably got about another 10 minutes in their drive. So all 2 of you, I really appreciate you listening.
Yeah, your mom, my mom, your fiance, and maybe like one person.
Yeah, just some person that probably listened to the first 30 seconds that's local to us and is like, these guys are losers.
Yeah, I've heard this before at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need this in my life.
No, the next thing I got is story time. I'm trying to think of a good story to tell.
I got good stories.
Be careful here.
I mean, okay, well, I'm going to tell a story about the roll racing events that I go to.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a company called Race Motive. It's similar to Shift Sector. Shift Sector does seem more like Midwest.
Okay.
And they do highway, like half mile, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe standing mile. I don't know. I'm not going to Indianapolis to go drive my car in a straight line, like at least this car right now.
Seems excessive.
So it's a roll race event, and I've gone to 2 events now. I went to one at Maple Grove, Pennsylvania with them, and then I went to their like big one, which is at Pocono Raceway. It's a NASCAR track, and it is actually a ton of fun. The people that I met there, besides the guy who owned the Tesla Model S Plaid, he was kind of like, I don't know, he just seemed stingy. But everyone else that I met was super cool. And there is a video that's floated around Instagram a couple times. It's my car and a newer, I'm guessing it's a 991 Turbo S.
Okay.
Modified. It's like the
black one?
No, it was like a silverish brown.
Is that the video where it's got like 2 screens?
Yes, that one.
Yeah,
so that one's
yeah.
I've seen shared a number of times.
Yeah.
Anyways, first off, I got absolutely dogged on that race. It's like 1,000 horsepower Turbo S versus a 600 horsepower push rod motor from the 40s. Anyways, that guy followed me on Instagram the other day.
With the Porsche.
With the Porsche, and
P-car friends.
I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
And then I clicked through, and I was like, oh wow, cool guy. But I made a lot of good friends, people that I've actually kind of stayed in touch with at this event. It's a shit ton of fun, and you get up to the starting line. You have to be under 65.99 miles per hour. You hit it first after, depending on the race. The different days had different rules, but the one at Maple Grove was 65.99. You qualify all morning. You get into a bracket race within your mile an hour class, being like 140 to 150, 150 to 160. I was in the 140 class, so anyone over 149.99 breaks out into the 150 class. And I qualified 7th or 8th out of 8 people, and we got to racing.
Wait. If you qualified 7th or 8th out of 8 people, we're not qualifying maybe at the highest level.
No, we have some work to do.
But we're making it in.
We were in the race.
We're getting a trophy, okay?
And I was in and out of the bracket all day.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. You're talking about your first one. You made buddies with the GT500 guy.
Yeah, so me and a guy with a 24 GT500, no cats, intake, and just no tune, just drove.
Yeah.
Okay, so, maybe a couple horsepower more. He and I were dead even all day. I would run a faster run, he would run a faster run, back and forth and back and forth, and we kept kicking each other out of the bracket. Long story short, he told me, you told me, you're like, hey, you need to go make one more pass before you really know that you're kicked out. I did. I made a 148 mile an hour pass, and I got in. GT500 man and I go up. We're in the races, but we are in different brackets.
Yeah.
He's gone. First pass, he loses to that E30, big single turbo E30.
Yeah.
I go up, I take down a Civic with a big turbo, which when I tell you we were at the end of the track and he was catching up to me, he was catching up.
Not enough room.
Torque was very helpful that day.
Yeah.
And when he was slowing down, I thought he was going into the gravel at the end. Meanwhile, I just gave it like a nice little tap, and we're slowing down. Big brakes are helpful. Then there was a heavily modified Audi S8, he told me that it made 800 wheel.
This is the exhaust fall off guy.
His exhaust falls off. Photo finish, I beat him by .005.
Yep.
To go into the finals, which is where I met my friend, who I do talk to on Instagram every now and then. He's a really nice guy.
Which one is this?
The E30 Turbo.
Okay, yep.
That car's fast. I don't think he'll be in the same bracket next year. I think he'll be in the higher bracket. Yeah. And there's nothing I could have done there. We got going. He left at 65.98 miles per hour. His speedometer doesn't work, so he was pacing me.
What are you allowed to leave at?
65.99. He was .01 from disqualifying himself, and
I would have protested.
Jumped me by a car, and then just slowly
pulled away.
And he won. Super awesome guy. Very fast car.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was pacing my car for the start.
That's funny.
So that was fun.
But first event you ended up second?
First event I came in second.
Yeah.
And then the other event was only mile-an-hour based. So there was no bracket racing.
Okay.
And I had gone. They made us do a parade lap, which is you go around, drive around the NASCAR track, whatever, to get a feel for where the start and the finish is. And I blew a set of plug wires on that. And then
that wasn't the best day.
The car got hot at that point, so I had to cool down for 2 hours so I could get my hand in there.
Mm-hmm.
Swap plug wires, went out. Car was idling all funky, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna make one more pass. So I made a total of 3 passes, none of which were as fast as in Maple Grove, and I was like, I'm gonna hurt this thing. I'm just gonna put it in the trailer.
It's probably a good thing looking back now that you know what the tune was doing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But whatever. Just gotta send it sometimes.
I drove 5.5 hours with a trailer through the mountains.
Yeah, we're gonna make some.
Got a hotel room. I went there, but my first pole of that day, I stayed in it past the finish and got to 160.
The finish line.
Which I'll tell you, 160 slowing down to about 100, then taking a bank on a NASCAR track.
Yeah.
Was a little scarier than I thought.
A little tunnel vision.
Dude, I don't know how these guys do 180. And I'll tell you, that track feels a lot smaller when you're doing 160.
And you're in a car.
Yeah.
You're not
when
just
you're
walking
in the pits, it's like a 3-mile circuit.
Yeah, huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And then you're going 150 miles an hour, and you're like, oh my God, this is
And if you watch the videos of them, they're like,
they're moving
around the whole time going that fast.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I have a new respect for NASCAR.
NASCAR, brother.
Yeah. All right, that's my story.
I guess if I had to say a quick story, we'll do a recent one because everybody likes a burnout. So our dear friend, this is a true dear friend.
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
dear to our hearts.
He named his kid after me.
Did he?
No, his kid's name's not Joey.
Okay. Well, it's a good story. Yeah. Anyways, he owns a classic car dealership out near us, and they deal with anything 60s, 70s, and then he's into also 90s, early 2000s cars. He does the cars and coffee during the summer. So we go over there, and we also have our buddy with us who just bought a F-150, already lowered it, wheels, tires,
24,
exhaust.
0 miles, nice color blue.
Yeah, 30-day tags on this unit.
Yeah.
We pull over there, we're hanging out, and then we joke.
There's 100 people at Cars and Coffee. It's a pretty good, for a small town, it's a big Cars and Coffee.
Yeah, one stoplight in this town, so it's good turnout.
Yeah.
And we kind of joked around of we're always looking for a place to do burnouts. We love a good roast of the tires.
Well, it's good for the soul, it's good for the car.
Yeah.
It's frankly good for your mental health, I think.
Yeah, you got to tickle that rev limiter every once in a while.
I don't tickle it. I think you bend it over and you fucking
spank
it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm edging for burnouts. Anyways, so he's like, yeah, once everybody leaves, let's do it. And I was like, oh shit, is he serious? So everybody leaves, and then our friend with the F-150 looks at us and he goes, are you actually going to do a burnout? I'm like, brother.
Yeah.
Someone just told us on private property to let it rip.
Yeah, so we're going to do a burnout.
Yeah, we're going to let it go. And we're in the middle of town, mind you. Businesses around us, but hey, private property.
Yeah, at this point it was 10:30.
Yeah, 10:30, 11.
Yeah.
And our buddy who owns the dealership, he's got a Mark IV Supra that he just keeps outside.
He's got two Mark IV Supras.
But the one just stays outside. It might as well be a beater unit.
Bring a trailer car.
Bring a trailer car. Yeah, one owner red. See if you can find it.
130, 150,000 miles.
Yeah, it's got over 100K, but clean car, sick.
Auto.
And he hops in it.
It's a turbo too.
Turbo car.
Yep.
Hops in it, literally warms it up for 36 seconds, drives it over, smokes the tires, parks it, and then I'm like, oh shit, we gotta go.
Yeah, we're
Who went first, me or you? I think you did.
I was nervous. I wanted to get it done.
Oh yeah, I get to shaking too. I'm like,
I was nervous and excited, and I wanted to get it going.
Yeah.
And I also had remember Turner, my coworker.
Oh,
he came and I was like, bro, I gotta have a heater. I can't have him going to the office talking shit.
Yeah.
And I think I did. It was probably one of my better ones.
Pavement rough.
Yeah, pavement was rough. It probably that did something to the tires.
Yeah.
It's gonna need tires this winter, but it was a nice burnout.
Good smoky burnout. Smacked the rev limiter.
Yeah.
Good burnout.
Then you win.
I go up. I gotta start in second. Car is geared way too low.
Yeah, what's 75? We go to Cars and Coffee. I'm sitting in.
It's a problem.
6th gear at 1,500 RPMs at 75, 80.
I'm screaming back there.
And his car is just like...
I'm like a bobcat in the middle of the night trying to find a rabbit.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we get her done. And that is the first time in that car where I really decided. I was doing the burnout. Yeah. I'm pedaling it. Rah. And I'm like, fuck it. And I just tapped that rev limiter for a second. And now I'm shaking at this point, fired up. And now our friend with the lowered F-150 30-day tags is...
30-day I did like the fact that he was on 30-day tags doing a burnout. He pulled up on his screen, because they had the big screens, YouTube, how to do a burnout in a 2024 F-150, because he couldn't figure out how to take traction control off. It's too many things.
Too much.
So we ended up putting some water underneath.
Well, no, we first tried.
We tried, yeah.
And we were one tire wandering on that.
Yeah, we did. Well, from my perspective, it looked like it was a burnout, because I was on that side.
No. One wheel peel. But we found it was some nice water too. It was like not Fiji. Alkaline. Yeah. Poured that on there. Roasted them. Yeah. It's solid day.
I think it's something about the pH in the alkaline water mixing with the rubber. Yeah. I think it really slicks it up.
Speaking of his F-150, I kind of messed up a little bit.
Oh, you gonna tell them?
So, I got pranked with these little, what would you call them?
I'll tell you exactly what they are.
Yeah, let's hear it.
They're valve stem covers that are shaped like dicks with little balls.
That's what they are.
And they're black, too.
Someone pranked me. I then took them off. I pranked Joe. Joe took them off, and I'm like, Rousey is next. That's our buddy.
Yeah.
And so I put them on his truck. Truck sits overnight. And he gets in it, and I guess goes to drive it home. The valve stems might have screwed on a little too much and let all the air out of the tires. So he got dicked and flattened.
That's a tough day.
That's a tough day.
Yeah,
you know?
That's what we should title this podcast.
Dicked and flattened.
Episode 1, Dicked and Flattened.
All right.
That could work.
That
if that's not clickbait, I don't really know what is.
No, yeah. That's a great title. And I think on that note,
I think that's probably good for the
We're
day.
An hour in. We can go longer. We got to know what we got to do, but I would say that was pretty solid.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I mean, I wrote about 6 words on a notepad on my phone.
Yeah, and I've got a microphone hooked up to a ratchet extension, and we've got a GoPro mounted to a ladder. And it's also cold in here.
It's not warm. Don't get you wrong.
And I'm not a big fan of the cold.
No.
Not like this. So we're going to do a couple more podcasts, get under our belt, maybe get microphones at work, bring in some guest appearances.
Oh, yeah. We got some people
I got Jay on the phone the other day.
Which one's Jay?
Leno.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Doug. Dear friend, Cody.
Yeah. You know who was fired up for it is Monty wants to come on this unit.
Oh, Jesus.
So
we should get him a little something to drink.
Yeah. And we got another buddy. We'll see, but he might make an appearance. He's Joey's BFF.
Yeah, Big A.
Yeah, we're talking ZR1 talk.
Yeah, C6 ZR1 stuff. We'll have conversations about
we'll get
best bang for your buck, sports car, all that shit.
Yeah.
In the meantime, thank you all for tuning in to
what are the miles? What's the miles? Yeah, let's keep it 3 words.
At some point, we'll figure out the
If it's got what miles in it, we're good.
Deal. All right, sweet.
Later.